So we're going to learn about using position to do layout in HTML and CSS. Has anybody in here ever worked with position before? A little bit? How did you use it?
Mostly the way I initially used it was to keep the header attached to the top as it's scrolled.
Cool. Yeah, so keep the header attached to the top. So position is another way we can lay things out. What ways have we already seen to lay things out? Wrap? So what's wrap fit with? Like what there's like different modalities for doing layout. What are the different modalities? Like that you know of already.
Wrap affects the objects within
What's wrap associated with?
a container display.
Yeah, so display what?
Display flex.
Yeah, so Flexbox. Flexbox is one way we could do layout. What's another way we could do layout? Have we learned anything else? Just Flexbox? Huh? So position's another way we could do layout. So Flexbox, position. There's actually HTML, CSS Layout, a great website. Learn CSS Layout. I love this website. And table of contents. Look at this table of contents. Right? There is no layout. It's one way to do layout. It's just things fall in the way they fall in the DOM. And then we could do display. So display is another way we could do layout. We can make something block or inline, and we could change how it falls in the DOM, right? And then margin zero auto allows us to center stuff. That one's just applied to all four, margin auto. But margin zero auto is for centering. Max width, the box model, we've already learned about it. Everything on the web's a box. Content in the middle, padding around that, and then border, and then margin. That's the box model. We learned about box sizing border box. So when you do box sizing border box, as you change your padding and your border, right, it doesn't change the size. If you've set the size on that element, the size of that element taken up on the page doesn't change. It just changes how much space internally the content has inside that box. So that's box sizing border box. Now we're looking at position. Right? And we've already learned Flexbox over here because I taught you the best first. Because I didn't want you to get confused with all this other stuff. Now we're going to learn position, which can be useful. It's a tool that you need to have in your toolbox as somebody who builds web pages. You got to know how to use position. And then after we learn about position, I'll introduce you to float, which is crap. But you should know it just so when you come across it, you're not confused. So I'll introduce you to float. And float will have clear stuff for clearing floats and getting stuff from not overflowing. And then media queries, we've already learned that. And inline block goes with display. And there's a way you could do layout with display. And that's it. And then there are CSS frameworks, which might be interesting to look at. Well, this is a great little website, Learn CSS Layout. Just to kind of like peruse through and kind of like take a look at what they have to say. Right? Having no layout is almost okay if you just want one big column of content, right? And then there's like the display property, so display block. There's block. Here's inline, none makes something go away. Display none. Other display values like display flex, right? And then there's margin zero auto, which centers stuff. So this is width 600, margin zero auto, so it got centered across the page. So we know that. And then there's max width. So max width on that, right? Here the width was 600 pixels. Max width is 600 pixels. So as I change this, that max width, it doesn't get bigger than 600 pixels. This one width is 600 pixels. Margin zero auto. Oh, see? That one stays width 600 pixels. Width is 600 pixels. The max width is 600 pixels, but you could get smaller. That makes sense, right? So width versus max width. And then we have the box. So I want you to recreate this because I could see the glaze in your eyes that I haven't coded in the last 15 minutes, and so I'm starting to zone out. So recreate this. A little example that demonstrates the difference between width and max width, okay? So, and using margin 0 auto. Recreate that, code that up.